Let's talk about manifestation. There are different ways to manifest things into your life, but what I'd say one of the most important ways to do this is to become aware of your state, your inner state, your emotional state. And the thing is, the state that we're in can deduct very importantly how we feel towards many things in our life. And the funny thing is that we have different states depending on many different areas of our life. And the state that you have towards that area in your life is going to be a key player in the way that you show up and the way you're allowed to receive certain things in those areas of your life. So some examples could be, for example, you have health, right? However you feel about your health is how you are going to show up about your health. So if I feel that I'm not a very healthy person, or I get ill a lot, or even if I'm just somebody with a lot of anxiety, if I accept that truth in that certain area in my life, if I accept that to be true, if I take on those feelings and those beliefs, I will start acting out on them as they are complete truth, and I will not question them. So my beliefs on those certain things in certain areas are going to really deduct the way that I show up in those areas and the way those areas show up back for me in my life. Another area could be, for example, your money, your abundance. So I could think to myself, I'm not a very abundant person, or I don't have a lot of money, or I can't be somebody that has a lot of money. If I feel that way about myself, I'm going to be showing up that way in my life, and my life is going to mirror that thing back to me. It's going to mirror that belief, because the state that I'm showing up when I think about that area, or I think about that belief, is going to become true and truth for me in my world, even if it's not the actual way that things need to be or the actual truth. Another area could be in relationships. I could say, I always attract the same type of guy. I'm not lucky in love. And that's a state that I'm showing up in towards that area in my life. So you see how that starts working here. Again, going back to health. I'm not a healthy person. I'm not that fit. It's difficult for me to get fit. I find it hard to lose weight. That is a state, like almost a sticker you're sticking on your head when you think about that certain area in your life. So how can you break out of that mold if you've put yourself in your own box that way? Then you have, again, abundance, money. I'm not an abundant person. I'm not abundant with money. Money doesn't come easily into my life. If I believe that to be true, that is the state I'm acting out on that area of my life. The same with relationships. And the same with any other area in your life, right? So you can understand why the state that we feel about a certain area, because in the end, we're human and we have different areas in life that we need to cater to. That's one of the way the human being works and the way the human being is. But if we have states that we've just made up in our mind and we're going to act out on, we're never going to be able to break out of those. So analyze the state that you have towards these different areas. Health, friendships, relationships, work, abundance, all those different areas. See how you feel about your life in that area and how you feel in that area towards that area, and write it down. Keep a journal and just observe, because once you can start getting hold of the state that you're in, and not just getting hold, being conscious of it, you'll be able to make a change, because then you'll be conscious of how you're acting and you'll want to change it because you'll see that it's not working for you. And becoming conscious is already halfway on the way to be able to make a change and make your life something that works for you, and not, your life running on the background and you're just, unconsciously walking around and you don't even know why things are happening. Remember, life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. And when you realize that you are actually more in control of how your life is being perceived and, reflected back to you, that's when you become the master of your life. That's when life starts becoming magic for you, and you can see that there's a different way to do things and a different path for you from now in every single moment.